Photographs are the reflection of untold stories, unseen beauties, unexpressed emotions, and the unheard songs of life. It takes guts and humility to admit mistakes. Admitting we're wrong is courage, not weakness. Once your mindset changes, everything on the outside will change along with it. With faith, discipline, and selfless devotion to the duty, there is nothing worthwhile that you cannot achieve. When you say I and my too much, you lose the capacity to understand the we and our. It is better to walk in light than to dance in darkness. Writing fiction is the act of weaving a series of lies to arrive at a greater truth. Listen to me, Thorfinn. You have no enemies. No one has any enemies. There is no one that you should hurt. Thought is so cunning, so clever, that it distorts everything for its own convenience. The only difference between money and blank paper is that I can use blank paper for campfire. To turn your dreams into reality, all your resources, efforts, and concentration should be aligned in the same direction. Getting something and having the wits to use it, those are two different things. Integrity is a powerful force, keeping you alive to others long after you've left their presence. There is nothing good in this world that does not have some filth in its origin. Only by examining our personal biases can we grow as artists. Only by cultivating empathy can we grow as people. Who belonged to no one, who belonged to everyone, who had nothing, who wanted everything. Act only according to that maxim whereby you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. Time cannot put anything in your hands until you let go of the time. Be sure what you want and be sure about yourself. It used to be about trying to do something. Now it's about trying to be someone. Many people succeed when others do not believe in them, but rarely does a person succeed when he does not believe in himself. Writing blooms flowers for mind, which last forever. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. Whoever said that the past isn't dead had it backward. It's the future that's already dead, already played out. The universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. Life has more imagination than we carry in our dreams. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. It is important that we forgive ourselves for making mistakes. We need to learn from our errors and move on. People make mistakes in life through believing too much, but they have a damn dull time if they believe too little. Weekends don't count unless you spend them doing something completely pointless. Truth would quickly cease to be stranger than fiction once we got as used to it. You are willing to die, you coward, but not to live. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. Life belongs to the living, and he who lives must be prepared for changes. What is considered impossible is someone else's opinion. What is possible is my decision. What the society thinks is of no interest to me. All that's important is how I see myself. I know who I am. I know the value of my work. Life is not about living the safer option. Life is about living a life worth living. We can do anything we want to if we stick to it long enough. Whatever is going to happen will happen, whether we worry or not. Now this might disturb you, but I find I'm okay by myself, and I don't need you or your benevolence to make sense. Those who rest when they need to work will work when they need to rest. Do your bit when it is most rewarding. You must work in the dark for your light to shine. Human life is but a series of footnotes to a vast, obscure, unfinished masterpiece. You can't find someone who doesn't want to be found. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. Timid men prefer the calm of despotism to the tempestuous sea of liberty. When seeds want to rise, they drop everything that is weighing them down. But in the end, it's only a passing thing. The shadow, even darkness, must pass. The more details, depth, and thought you put into your ideas, the more valuable they become. Head versus heart. A crowded mind leaves no space for a peaceful heart. Being human is not hard because you're doing it wrong. It's hard because you're doing it right. A hero is no braver than an ordinary man, but he is brave 5 minutes longer. Feel free to argue with the man with a gun. Only make sure there are no bullets in it. We are addicted to our thoughts. We cannot change anything if we cannot change our thinking. I'll never understand humans. Poison side. All of you seem to welcome our lies, but you never like it when we tell the truth. Everything you want in life is a relationship away. Almost everything is changeable, improvable, and achievable unless the laws of nature prevent it from happening. Everyone is trying to impress everyone else, trying to make themselves out to be smarter or more confident than they actually are. It is the time you have wasted for your rose that makes your rose so important. We had the experience but missed the meaning. An approach to the meaning restores the experience in a different form. Perspective is born in the rearview mirror of life. Stay focused and work hard. Nothing in life is for free. Never give up. Things that you keep dreaming about will happen one day. When it resonates and you feel it, then it was meant for you. Whether we like it or not, the one justification for the existence of all religions is death. They need death as much as we need bread to eat. Problems that remain persistently insoluble should always be suspected as questions asked in the wrong way. To see me does not necessarily mean to see my face. To understand my thoughts is to have seen me. A man, though wise, should never be ashamed of learning more and must unbend his mind. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. I am afraid, not of life or death or nothingness, but of wasting it as if I had never been. Only he who attempts the absurd is capable of achieving the impossible. I never did give them hell. I just told the truth, and they thought it was hell. Adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. At the end of the day, let there be no excuses, no explanations, no regrets. Every beginning has an end, and every end is a new beginning. Truth is neither in the scripture nor in the words of prophets. It is in your heart. Feel it, discover it, and expand with it. Our lives are defined by opportunities, even the ones we miss. It is too difficult to think nobly when one thinks only of earning a living. In a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. Happiness is a choice that requires effort at times. Even if there is a small lie in the truth you're telling, it will make the truth questionable. When men are pure, laws are useless. When men are corrupt, laws are broken. Beauty as we feel it is something indescribable. What it is or what it means can never be said. One of the few things in life that cannot possibly do harm in the end is the honest pursuit of the truth. Do the best you can, with what you can, while you can, and success is inevitable. There are some choices you can only make once. You can't go back to where you made a choice and then take the other one. Forbearance in the face of fate, beauty constant under torture, are not merely passive. They're a positive achievement, an explicit triumph. That it will never come again is what makes life so sweet. It's not enough to be nice in life. You've got to have nerve. Sometimes it takes many attempts to succeed, but it takes a second to lose them all. Always plan well. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. Looking at beauty in the world is the first step of purifying the mind. Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of production and trade. An opinion should be the result of thought, not a substitute for it. Understanding is a three-edged sword: your side, their side, and the truth. 10 seconds, that's all it takes for life to throw you a curveball. If the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. If you listen to critics for too long, you will become deaf to success. It had never occurred to me that our lives, which had been so closely interwoven, could unravel with such speed. I finally figured out the only reason to be alive is to enjoy it.